One of the best things about 360 video is that you can choose your framing later. One of the worst things about 360 video is also choosing your framing later. Because yes, manual keyframing can look epic and totally justify the time you spend doing it. However, it can also be slow, tedious, and honestly a bit painful when all you want is a simple angle without spending forever editing it. So in this video, I'll show you 5 of the easiest ways possible to reframe your 360 videos in the Insta360 mobile app with the absolute bare minimum of effort. These will be especially handy for those situations where you don't need a fancy edit, but rather you just want a simple angle that looks good enough. Big thanks as always to Insta360 for sponsoring this video, and the shots that I'll be editing in the tutorial were shot with the X5, which I'll link below. Method number 1 is AI frame. So as you can see, I've opened up my clip here. I'm just going to tap AI frame down the bottom. And now what the app does is it quickly analyzes the entire clip and suggests what it thinks is the best angle and points it in that direction. As you can see, it's chosen me walking and then does a pan forwards and then a pan backwards for some reason. So that's okay, but it did feel a bit too random for my liking. It does also offer an alternative. If you don't like its first AI choice, it gives you a second option, which is going to be something quite a bit different. So as you can see here, it's just pointing the camera forward to create a point of view shot. Personally, I would never use this, but it is still worth checking out nonetheless. The second reframing method without needing keyframes can be found down here at the bottom next to AI frame, and that is custom, selfie, and forward. And what these do is they point the camera in one direction only for the entire clip. Selfie points the camera back towards you. Forward points the camera in whichever direction you happen to be moving, and then custom allows you to choose that angle that is going to maintain throughout the entire clip. So if you wanted something a bit more customized like this, and you wanted it to last for the whole duration from start to finish, then just choose custom and it will stay locked on that perspective. And this one I would totally use, especially for cool shots like this one. So if you ever find yourself short of ideas, then chances are that one of these 3 options will produce a winner. The next simple way to reframe your 360 videos can be found here at the bottom left, and that is record. So if I tap on that, there are now a couple of ways that I can record in real time what I want the reframing to be. The first way is pressing start recording here, where the clip will start playing, and as you move the clip around and point it in various directions, this is being recorded. So when we pause this and now watch it back, you can see it's recorded the movements that I just made. And this is the fastest way possible to get a shot with lots of camera movements in different directions that also get automatically smoothed out. They do also offer a joystick option here, which I personally hate. It's exactly what you'd think it is, kind of like a video game joystick, and this is just not smooth or intuitive, and I don't think this shot's gonna look very good, but it is an option nonetheless. The third way you can record is using your phone's gyroscope. So if I press start and I move the phone in various directions, it's now going to record whatever I move the angle to. And again, this one feels quite random, although it will work a lot better if you record while sitting in a swivel chair. However, again, don't expect great results here unless you personally like this kind of reframing and you're okay with your shots being a little bit bumpy. The fourth way to reframe without keyframes is using deep track. So I've opened up another clip here from my camera roll, and this time I'm going to tap on editor down the bottom here. And now I'll tap on deep track. The app should automatically identify the target. If it gets it wrong, you can always redraw the green box here. Then all you need to do is tap start tracking. And now it's going to track me throughout this entire clip with the goal of keeping the shot centered on me. And while the results here are pretty good, just keep in mind that it is still going to be a bit bumpy since it is anchoring the stabilization to you. And chances are that you're not going to be walking perfectly smoothly, therefore your shot won't be 100% smooth, but it should absolutely be good enough for most use cases. Number 5 can also be found in the editor menu and is called auto keyframe. The best way I can describe it is it's like manual keyframing, but instead of tediously adding keyframes manually one by one, it's automatic. So if I press play, auto keyframe will behave in a similar way to the record mode, where you reframe your shot in real time by swiping the screen, and the app will instantly add keyframes as you go to lock the viewpoints in place every time you take your finger off the screen. And just like that, I've got an entire timeline full of keyframes, and it took me just seconds to do. And the benefit of using auto keyframe as opposed to the record mode is that you can edit individual parts of your clip. If you say messed up just one little bit here, you could adjust the framing without having to redo the entire clip from scratch. Now, which of the 5 you choose will ultimately come down to which process you prefer to follow to reframe. So definitely try out all 5 of them so you can pick the one or multiple that you like best. Now, if this video was helpful and you want to learn more simple techniques within the Insta360 mobile app, then you'll definitely want to check out this video here, where I share 3 of the latest features that they've added that will help you unlock even more creativity from your 360 camera and the app.